Okay, so I just wanted to pop on today. It's been a miserable day. Just to talk about diagnosis, because I've been reading an awful lot on Graves' disease support groups, and they're often just patients looking for answers. So, you know, we need a few people in there that are experts, and there's some amazing experts in there too. But what I notice is when people are diagnosed, or they've finally got a diagnosis after struggling for a little while to get one, there's an awful lot of fear. I've got this, does it mean this? I've got this, what can I do about it? How can I fix it? And I've certainly been there. But that's why I wanted to pop on, because I wanted to ask the direct question, really, is what does your diagnosis mean to you? Does it mean fear, anxiety, more fear and anxiety maybe than you've already experienced about how do I fix me? There's something wrong with me. How can I manage the symptoms? And I suppose wanted to check in with my own story. When I was first diagnosed, I was 17, and so pretty young, and I kind of accepted it. I accepted the diagnosis. You know, this is who I am now. I've got this weird eye disease, and that's just me. But as the flares started to get stronger, bigger, scarier, with more indications of something more being wrong. So my acute flares became more persistent, more angry, and they also started to lead to other things, particularly when I started to take lots of topical steroids. They started to have an effect, and I actually got a cataract by the time I was 24, which isn't very nice. And then obviously when I had the cataract, they found other things. So the picture started to build a little bit. It wasn't just, oh, you've got this little acute eye disease and it's going to come back here and there. And it gained momentum until I started to deal with my lifestyle. And I managed the symptoms. I coped pretty well. I found ways to do this. And it wasn't really until I was hit with Graves. And that was after a huge period of emotional distress that I firstly was like, right, take the tablets and keep going. Let's keep tablets. And I couldn't. And actually it reached a point where my diagnosis of Graves' disease meant for me change or nothing. Change or die, really. And I don't mean die in the sense of, you know, pop off out of here, although that may have happened. But it was really more of I'm kind of not really who I am inside. I'm just managing all these symptoms and coping with this stress and managing my life, micromanaging it in lots of ways, and really getting nowhere and feeling burnt out, stressed out, undervalued, angry, irritated, and really sad. And it wasn't until I started to dig a bit deeper into that emotional world underneath that things started to change. And even though it's been difficult, it certainly helped me manage my life a lot better and feel like there was a possibility of growth. And I still do that. You know, even though I'm in remission, I'm still very aware that, you know, if I'm in a stressed state, then my health conditions can change, and I want to try and stay fit and healthy, really. So that's the question I'm asking for you. Does your diagnosis mean I've got to accept this and just manage everything for the rest of my life? Or does it mean actually I can accept it and I can start to change my life? Is this a messenger to say enough? So I had a really nice conversation today with someone with chronic anxiety, and she said, right, I've just had enough of managing it. I can manage it really well, but I'm actually just really bored of coping and managing. I want to live a life. So that's the question I have for you. What does your diagnosis mean? So drop a comment in the box below, and also just to let you know that me and Jen have some spaces still left on our Pillars of Lifestyle workshop. So that's where you'll get to explore some of these questions and to chat to us about where you are and what you're doing. And me and Jen are pretty, you know, we know our shit when it comes to this stuff. So if you want to join us, then please do. And if you've got any questions or you want to drop a comment, let me know. What does your diagnosis mean for you? Okay, have a good evening.